Hello Scorpio, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you already. Thanks for sharing your energy with me, whether that's going to be in the comments or in a thumbs up. I like to be in the comments. I hope you do too. So thank you so much for the way you support this community. And if you are brand new, that's what you're in for. We have a beautiful, lovely, supportive community. So welcome. And so here's what we're going to do this week, Scorpio. We're going to talk about what you are trying to leave behind. We're going to use the Sacred Traveler for that. What are you trying to leave in the past? What are you trying to disconnect from or leave in the past? We're going to use this deck. We'll get a couple of these, and we're going to talk about what your focus should be in the week ahead. And then we'll talk about some future stuff here. All right, Scorpio, you're my jam. You know that. Let's get the energy. A Pisces moon. I connect to Scorpio no matter where it comes up in your chart. I'm connecting to that for sure. All right. Here we go. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's talk about Scorpio. What is Scorpio trying to leave in the past? Okay, look at that. We didn't even barely get the question out. So it says, Voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. And then it says, begin now and take your first step. Wow. So I want to say that you're about to go on a voyage of the heart, Scorpio. It's time to take the first steps. I feel like what you are trying to leave in the past is self-limiting beliefs. Yeah. Because it's like you now are, your heart chakra, I feel, is open. And if it's not, I'm sorry, but this is a reading for someone who's willing, who is ready to find someone special in their life. And they've realized that in order to attract love, you have to be love. That's kind of beautiful. Yeah. So it says begin now. So I think what you're trying to leave in the past is maybe a little bit of procrastination. And the fact that I think that you understand now. Yeah, you get it. That your heart is, it's time to open your heart, and it's time to take the first steps on the voyage. Yeah, it's time to begin now. Here we have finding sanctuary, open to your spiritual source. So take spirit with you. Make sure that you do. It's your only chance of protection, right? I feel like this is going to be a great journey for you. We have a lot of green here. Just looking. Charlie's got my attention here. So someone is leaving. Someone is going on a journey. Yeah. And everyone looks, cheering them on, saying, yep, it's time to go. And I think that the only reason that you know that love flows through you is because you did let something go back there. So whatever it was that you're trying to leave in the past, and I think it was, a self-limiting belief about, whether you could be enough love to attract enough love. All right, what are we supposed to be focused on? What are you supposed to be focused on, or should you be focused on in the week ahead? What should you be focused on in the week ahead? All right. There's one. I'll take this one on the top. Bottom of the deck, we have destiny. I like it. Yep, you're listening. You're listening to the universe. It's your destiny. And I think you don't realize that you are listening, that you're actually listening and you're following the universe as it's giving you instruction. I feel like some of you are so psychic, and you've been that way forever, that you just don't realize it. You don't realize that you're actually moving in the direction you should be moving in right now. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. So we have personal power. Oh, I love that, because somebody is now on a path of personal power here. It's confidence. It's the knowing that you are worthy of the crown, that you've done the hard work and you've learned the lessons, and you didn't try and sidestep anything or shortcut anything. You went through all the things that you needed to go through in order to rightfully wear this crown. I feel like this is new to you, because you're taking your first steps. And I say new because we got card number 28, which is a 10, which is a 1. It's the beginning of something. And so I think that you're new to this personal power of yours, but you're taking a step in the right direction. taking your first step towards your personal power is realizing that you are love. And that's how you attract it. It's kind of beautiful. Wow. So, dice, we've got chance. Interesting. Card number 19, which is a 10, which is also a 1. Just saying. Yeah. So you're seeing a lot of synchronicities, I think. And you might call them coincidences, those of you who are cynical about your highly psychic nature, no matter where it falls in your chart. So I feel like you are at the beginning of your personal power, and your personal power is confidence, and it's self-confidence. It's confidence to know when you look in the mirror that, straighten that crown, you earned it. And I feel like that confidence is what's going to allow you to take this chance and begin again. Because, we're getting very loudly that something is starting brand new. This is your personal power. You're brand new, stepping into your confidence. And now you feel like you can take a healthy risk. Tell me what's coming up in the future, please, for Scorpio. I love this energy. Thank you, Scorpio. All right. We have the end of a tough cycle approaches. Hallelujah. Look, I've been watching y'all in the comments, and Scorpio, I know that for the most part, those of you who are resonating with that energy, that you've been through a tough spot. It feels like you've been through a really arduous growth spurt. It feels like you have become aware and you've had to make a lot of changes, and there's a lot of things that were going on in your life, and I think that is what you're trying to leave in the past, because this energy moving forward is very empowered. Yeah. So I think that you're now confident that that the end of the tough cycle approaches, and this might be just your confirmation to let you know that if you've been going through it, that light at the end of the tunnel is not a train this time, okay? So just keep going. You're almost there. Like, this is so near, in the very near future, right? We got here, nothing is yet set in stone. Look, it's the, nothing is not, let's go back here. Nothing is yet set in stone. So the thing is that you are a fixed sign. And so sometimes you tend to be too loyal. Sometimes you tend to move really slow on things and think that things are permanent when they really aren't. It's the fixed sign thing. I'm a fixed sign as well. And I'm a Taurus sun. So I feel like the end of the cycle that approaches here is that I feel like you are deciding to take more risks, and you're deciding to move forward to take action. Yeah, and I think that for a long time you may have been stuck about, is that really a light at the end of the tunnel, or is that a train? It feels like a lot of growth has gone on here. All right, Scorpio, thank you for the beautiful energy. Let's take a look here. Let's throw some tarot at it. Personal power. Taking your first steps into your personal power. Tell me about this. Crown. Charlie just said, I don't care if they don't think I'm a king. Charlie's my guide, by the way. He's my clairvoyancy. And he's watching these readings and giving energy as well. So we have the sun. Wow. Whatever it is that you're about to risk, whatever risky business you're about to do, the sun says it's a go. So if you came here to wonder when, like if you're looking for a sign or a symbol about something that you're going to risk, and be careful about it, but nonetheless, the dice are a chance to roll the dice and let the universe take care of it, right? And it's about the self. We've got 4 and 4, which is 8. Right? It's 8s are about the self. So you are taking a chance. And I feel that if you decide you are taking a chance, Scorpio, the sun says, this is your time. The spotlight's on you. You got the stage and people are paying attention. You're in a growth spurt. Personally, professionally, spiritually, physically. You're about to step into this crazy personal power here, where you turn like this energy of disconnect into, you cannot ignore me, here's my light. feels like you come from a place of feeling like you were on the outside looking in, but this feels like the personal power. It feels like you have the power now to be confident enough to be seen. We have the Strength card. So we have Leo energy. You could be dealing with a Leo, or maybe you have Leo in the chart. This is a Capricorn card. It says full moon in Capricorn. I think we just went through a full moon in Capricorn, didn't we? Okay, so yeah, you had been, I feel, cut off from your personal power, or it's like you were on the outside looking in. So I think that you were watching everyone else thrive. Like it felt like everyone else was thriving but I feel like you were looking through the window at them, thinking that your position was on the outside, but it really wasn't. But it took your understanding of that whatever you are is what you're attracting, not what you want. You're not attracting what you want. You're attracting what you are, right? It's on your vibration. And when you are love, things are going to start looking up like this here. So we've got courage to approach the end of the cycle. There's probably some things back here in the past that you were trying to leave in the past. And I think that the end of the cycle is approaching. And so the universe ducks in with the Strength card and says, here you go. Be strong. And here's some courage. Be courageous. The end of a cycle approaches. And it's a tough cycle. And although it's tough, understand that sometimes it can be sad to see it go as well, right? There we go. Drop some cards. All right. Let's do that then. So we have the Death card in the reverse. We have the Ace of Coins in the reverse. What else do we have here, please? For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead. Oh, look at that. We've got the Two of Cups. So the end of this tough cycle is approaching, and you're being given the courage to move forward and find love. You're courageous with love. I feel like you're trying to be courageous. So at the end of the tough cycle that is approaching, I feel for some of you it might be the dating game. Like you're like, I'm done with this. I'm not swiping anything. I'm uninstalling all the apps and I'm just going to sit my ass at home. For some of you, it's just that. But I think that the end of the tough cycle is that I feel like what's coming up is love. A strong love, a courageous love. You could be dealing with a Leo, could be dealing with Scorpio. This cycle has made you strong. Like whatever came to kill you just made you stronger. That's what it feels like. And the Strength card, it's like it's built you to here. And so that's, we can't really hate where we've come from because it's all built you to here. It was all necessary to build you into who you are right now. So you were on the outside of the personal power, and I think for a very long time, Scorpio, you were avoiding the transformation. You were avoiding opening the heart chakra. And the truth of the matter is that's a lonely place if the heart chakra is not open. Because you're attracting what you are, not what you want. So if your heart is not open, you're only attracting people who do not have open hearts. I think this is what you learn in your personal power. I think you figure that out, that you were the one who was kind of standing in your own way all this time, right? You were avoiding the change. You were avoiding the end of the cycle, the tough cycle. You were avoiding change. I think you didn't want to change. But I feel like the universe has kind of poked you and said, look, in spite of, dragging your heels and not making a decision and trying to hold it off and feeling in lack of, while all of those energies are going on, I feel like you're blessed with the personal power. Got chance. Yep. Abba, take a chance on me, just as in my head. And baby, I'll be free. Take a chance on me. Take a chance, take a chance. You know how that goes in the back, right? In the background, it's one of the songs that I really am not a fan of ABBA, but it's one of the songs that I really love. So we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Look, what I think is happening here is you're realizing it's go time with the Sun and the Chance. I think you're going to risk something because you feel like a hardship has ended or something is over that was really hard for you to deal with. I feel like you have this pentacle, but you're unsure about who you want to give it to. You're not sure if you are going to invest in someone else, take a chance and invest in someone else, or you may just invest in yourself. I think that what you're supposed to be focused on in the week ahead is if you are going to take a risk, just really look it over. Take an educated risk. That's who you are, right? Strategic, planned, and slow. Take advantage of all of that energy. All right. We've got the Chariot. Why is that? Chariot because of the star. It feels like there's some rapid healing, or all of a sudden you have hope and so you charge for it. After being in indecision for a while, I think you surprised yourself. The Page of Cups is here. It's like a realization that you have some feelings for someone. Yeah, the Knight of Cups is here as well. This is future energy for me on the deck, so on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like somewhere in the future, it feels like it's almost like you surprise yourself. After a long period of indecision, it feels like you now have hope that you can move forward here. But are they really even my friend anymore? That makes me feel like there's been no communication. When I see the Six of Cups in the reverse, it's like friends that fell out, or we don't really talk anymore, or we're not sharing, our heart space energy with each other anymore. It's like two people who are detached from each other. And you could be like, this person could live a fair distance from you, but I feel like your energies are detached, is what I want to say. Okay, so let's look at begin now. What are you supposed to begin now? This is taking your first steps. Tell me about that. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. You're entertaining the thought of going back somewhere. Because now your heart chakra is open, and I feel like you're feeling it differently. You're looking at the situation differently and feeling it differently. The Eight of Cups is here, and the Page of Pentacles. It's like I want to materialize this now. I feel like your personal power is a place that now you have a better understanding because of your heart chakra being open, because of the all of the things that have brought you to here, the things that tried to kill you but only made you stronger. I feel like this was your last hurdle of all of that. And now you're in your personal power. It feels like you maybe tried to hold it off for a long time. And I feel like you held it off for a long time. We've got the Five and the Ace of Pentacles, or sorry, the Knave of Pentacles is the sixth pentacle. And for me, I think when I see, when I'm adding pentacles together, it feels like you want to give somebody reciprocity. And it almost feels as if you're going to turn around and go back and give somebody some reciprocity. And you'd been holding yourself back from that because you felt in lack. You were feeling disconnected, or maybe you were having financial issues. But I feel that you're taking steps now into your personal power, and so you're here to change. I think there's some change coming as well. Like with the Death card in reverse, I want to say that something is about to end in your week ahead. And that could be something to do with money. Maybe it's the end, because I'm looking at, when it's in the upright, I feel like you're nearing the end of a financial issue as well. So if you've been just barely making ends meet, I think that you're coming close to ending that hardship here. Yeah, because the Wheel of Fortune's here. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, you're in your personal power, and you're not letting anything get by you anymore. You're taking care of all of it. One thing after the next thing after the next thing. The Wheel of Fortune is here. I feel like you are going back to someone, or that you want to check in with someone. I don't necessarily that you're going back to them, but the Eight of Cups is telling me that you're not happy where you are, and you think like it feels like somebody's turning around and going back. And it's because of the Wheel of Fortune. It's destiny that you do it. And like I said at the beginning of the reading, I think that you are psychic enough that you are someone who really does listen to your own, your intuition. And even if you don't know that you're doing it, I think that you're doing it anyway. So the universe is here. You're part of this energy, right? The Wheel of Fortune is Scorpio energy, but it's also Aquarius, Taurus, and Leo. It's fixed energy. So there are some hard changes here that you had to make in order to be able to move forward. I think that you didn't share it with anyone. I think that you have been healing by yourself. And I think that you've come to the realization that you were the one that was holding off your own healing. That all you had to really do was listen to your gut, and there you are. That I feel like you have had some sort of a realization, like a spiritual realization about something. Your ships are coming in here. Your ships are coming in, and if we're talking about a person, it feels like the ships are coming in with someone that you have not been in contact with. It feels like there's been no contact. Or that things have slowed to a crawl with this person. That might be why I saw the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. In the reverse, it feels like that energy. It's like I thought that we were soulmates, but we haven't spoken in so long. I'm really going to have to be strong to try and get at this, because what the ships that are coming in for you is the Two of Cups, but I think you're going to have to figure out how that's going to happen. I don't know if you're masculine or feminine, but to me, Scorpio energy is feminine energy. But if you have masculine and feminine energy, of course. Sorry, just trying to talk it out. I'm just trying to give you more information, but it's not coming. It's just not. What I want to tell you is we have Scorpio energy, we have Piscean energy, we have Leo. We have all four of the fixed signs as I had mentioned them. I think you're going to be taking a chance on love. Yeah. Baby, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Keeps playing in my head over and over and over again. The ships that are coming in is love. Tell me what the challenge is for the week ahead, please, for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. The challenge is the Empress. I have a feeling, that you are going to be reaching out to the Empress. I feel like you haven't spoken with this person in a very long time. And I think that the week ahead, baby, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. I think you're going to ask someone to take a chance on you. I think that you are moving forward to the Empress energy. The challenge is the Empress. So I have a feeling that, if you are the Empress, maybe you're feeling the challenge of this. But I feel really it's the other way. It feels like you feel that the Empress is the challenge. It's going to be a challenge to get your ships to come in with the Empress on the ship. I feel like you're really wanting to do that, and it's only because of this silence that you feel it's going to be tough. You got to close a chapter here with this person. It feels like there's been a lot of unfinished business with you guys. Seven of Pentacles, it's been a long time coming here. It looks like we've been waiting to get to the World card. I feel like in the week ahead, you're going to close some sort of chapter that's been hanging open for years. It feels like you have successful closure and you realize the karma. You understand now and you see it for what it is. But I think it took a long time for you to see it for what it is. All right. I'm going to leave that here. Thank you, Scorpio. Thanks so much for coming and watching. I do appreciate you. I am out for now. I will be back, of course. I always come back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.